Hello everybody and welcome back to Saxlingham. So we're going to start this episode off by going into field 2, I think it is, which this was our sugar beet field, but we're going to get this is going to be our potato field. I've decided that's what we're going to go and do. So if we go on to steering assist like so, this is where we want to be. So I'll just get us lined up on this line here, but what I am going to do is, we forgot in the previous episode to collect on our contracts. So what have we got? 17, 20, so that's 37, 60. Yes, there's over 100,000 in contracts made from the previous episode. So we'll get all these cashed in, because that all goes towards our potato planter, which we will be buying this episode. So we're now up to nearly 1.6 million, which is a brilliant way to look at the episode. So we're going to get cracked on. We're going to get this cultivated all in, and then once this is done, we'll go back to the farm and we will we'll drill a field of peas, because that needs doing, and then we will come up here and do potatoes. I may cultivate then potato, just trying to think how to split it all up so we're not doing the same thing, because I don't know how big is. We're going for the biggest potato planter there is. So if we go down potato planters, 6 meters, so it's half the size of our drill, and we can go at 7 miles an hour. So it is going to be a slow process. I may do this, then get the tatey planter, and then start planting. And then if it's taking a long time, we can always come away and do some peas and come back. So as you can see, I've taken out a cultivating contract for field 18. So we are going to go up there once this is done with this. We're going to put this on a worker, because a worker will bring the fent up to us, because the tatey planter doesn't require too much horsepower. So we're going to use the fent on that. And they can bring us our old cultivator as well, because we now no longer need that. It's not worth really anything, but I do think it's worth selling, because if we look here, that's a fantastic mod by Oz. Gold, yeah, so it's worth 4,000. We may get £5,000 for it, but I don't know. I don't know whether it's worth keeping or not, because it's to the point now where, because it is worth so little, do you just keep it for the sake of keeping it? Well, anyways, we're going to take this to field 18, and then we're just going to have to wait for our worker in the fent to arrive. If they arrive with the cultivator, then you know we're selling it. If they don't, we'll keep it. Right, so if we pull this in, you would imagine they're going to start somewhere around here, is our worker. So we can set it all up and we'll just have to wait for our worker to arrive. It seems such a shame that we have so many fields withered. I am going to have a look at the contract settings because I would rather not have withered fields all over the place. But yeah, I don't really know how to sort that out. I would love to buy this field at some point. It's a very, from what I've seen, it's a very high yielding or good yielding field. Because if we go precision farming and click here, 79% loam. So that's well worth going to. Obviously, field 41, that's 83% loam. And this one is actually 59, so that's worse. What's this one then? 71, 49, 100. So the loam. It must be a very thin band of loam going through here. But yeah, to 18, 17 and 16 are all well worth buying. Ooh, and here's our worker. So right, we will get him set it off in here and we will go jump into there. As you can see, there's no cultivator. I thought for what it's worth, we can put it on the back, you know, on the back of, I think, any of our tractors. Maybe not the class, but on the majority. So for the smaller fields, it may be very well worth, which is the best way, this way. It may be very well worth keeping. And for 4 or 5 grand, it's not really worth selling. Right, we're going to go to the store now, and for easiness sake, when we buy the potato planter, we are going to also buy seed. I think it takes a lot of seed, the potatoes. Seed and liquid fertiliser. So just to save us a trip, if we have to, then we can always go and get the class. They can bring up, because we've got the big Bowser now, so we can fill that Bowser up with liquid fertiliser. And there's even places where we can put some seed on. So right, let's pull into here. So we want, which is going to cost an absolute fortune, this £200,000 for a potato planter. Right, let's buy that. Like so. And what does, so 8,000 litres of seeds. And I'm sure, does it, oh, it doesn't take fertiliser. That's the one that takes fertiliser. Okay, just 8,000 litres of seeds. So if we go to, is it cheaper buying them like that? $9.50 for 1,000 litres of potatoes. If we go, yeah, it is. That amazes me. Let's go this way. If we buy 1 box of potatoes, let's just make sure that we can put this in. I'm sure we can. But if that's the case, that's going to save us a lot of money doing it this way. Because I would like to, if we are, you know, well, I say if we are going down the Tatey route. I would like to try and do it that we only use Tateys, you know, our potato boxes. Brilliant, that's doing it. Instead of using seed, I think it's more, adds a bit more to the realism. But right, we only want 7 now. So let's buy 7 more. This is getting very expensive. Right, so that's 12% in that. There was, in 22, there was a potato mod. Was it like a warehouse system and a washing system and all that sort of thing? That looked very good. I don't think I ever used it, but it looked well worth a try. Like 50%. So I will try, there is our 8,000 litres. I will try and plant it how our lot plant Tateys where we are. It probably won't turn out as well as I would hope, but we can try. This is where I'm wishing I spent more time paying attention to actually how they did things. But anyways, we'll give it a go. So let's set up 4 steering assist. What's that saying? 3 headlands. Okay, I'm fine doing that 3 headlands. And we want to be something like here to start. All just depends where the tatey, because I know with some of the cultivators and whatnot, it starts you a bit further back than where you are. And why is it putting the rows that way? Okay, we've got the rows going the way I want them to go. Right, we will have a look at this and I'll see how we can do it. But yeah, first time planting potatoes on 25. Well, this is no fast job at all. I think we should be. Now we're on these up downs. This should take a lot of the time out of it all. You probably noticed I'm leaving each corner, or I will leave each corner of the field unplanted, so that we can then get machines into the fields there and turn them round. And likewise for myself, I can turn round. I should have probably have looked at getting, if I go to, I wonder where it'll be. There should be, yeah, should have looked at maybe going down this route, so so we can sort our rows out, because obviously you plant your taties into your rows. Whether this does that for us, I'm not 100% sure, but it's looking like the front of it's doing the rows and then the back of it's planting. Is that right? Oh no, the front's planting. I don't know. If we were to be realistic, we should have probably have done the rows first, but we can do that next time, because I know when you're not using precision farming, it gives you an extra fertilizer state. But anyways, I am going to just off camera get the rest of these taties in, because it's turning into a very long job. And whilst we are doing that, I want to go to here and buy another 8 more boxes. So we'll buy them. And then I do want to have a look at, because I have a feeling we're going to be in this month. I better just come off here and turn around. I have a feeling we're going to be in this month for a little while, because obviously in this episode I want to get the peas in, and I would like to get the potatoes finished, but I don't think it's going to be possible to do that this episode. But I also want to buy field 41. That won't be this episode, it'll be next, of course, but then that wants lime on before it moves on till it actually germinates, and I want to get fertiliser on this, then that's all ready to go as soon as possible. So what I am thinking, I didn't get the GPS going properly then. So what I am thinking is, if we go to contracts, I could look at getting some of these bigger cultivating ones. So we're almost there. That's 8,000 litres of potatoes due Not even half the field, I don't think, which is slightly worrying because it does mean that we're going to have to get some more at some point. But right, we'll go back to the store. We will load this up with the 8,000 litres we'd bought there, and then we'll go back to the farm, I reckon, and jump in the JCB and we'll get our peas in the ground, which I'm sure we can get peas in the ground now. Peas. Yes, so we can get our peas in the ground, and doing that, I'm hoping we've got 2 tractors at the farm, because then one can pull the rolls whilst the other one drills, and then we get it all done in one pass. If we don't, that's no problem whatsoever, because I do believe the next episode will have to stay in this month. It's nice to see that I think it's a £50,000 contract, or near enough. That's 76% done. So what I am going to do is we'll just pull to here and start loading potatoes into there. We're going to get that one, so we're going to accept that contract, which that's another 40,000. So as soon as the worker is finished in 18, they're going to move down to there. So it means that although we're spending money, we're keeping the bank balance continuously topping up all the time, which will be very, very handy. That's the final box going in. And gone. Right, we'll get back to the yard, and then, like I say, I'll go jump in the JCB and we'll get some peas in the ground. So we've got plenty to do. Obviously we've got the potatoes to finish. There's loads to be on with, that is for certain. And like I said, especially with biofield number 41, I want to make sure that is fully fertilised and fully limed, to make sure that the canola that's in there, we're getting maximum yield. The only problem with that canola, it's going to be very late on, so I'd say 41 would have to be a spring drilling next year. Right, let's try and find the JCB, I think, is up there. So we just leave this here. Where is, I think the class could be up there as well. Just trying to think whether I had it on doing any other jobs. I know we definitely used it in the previous episode, and it was up there. It's not there. The Fent was on with the bale wrapping, so I'm going to guess if it's anywhere, it will be in one of the sheds around the corners. I'm just trying to debate with the potatoes whether we actually store them on the floor, which it could be a very, very bad thing to say. There it is. So that's what we want that onto the rollers. Yeah, so we've got the shed just to our left down there that we placed. I'm half tempted, do we put the potatoes in there and then go for a conveyor belt system to then load them up and out? Right, if we get that on that, let's go to here, so Control F onto the fast track. So it means we've got a worker on there. Now if we take this down, if we're quick, we can then go get the drill on without causing too many problems, like so. I can't remember, did we put any fertiliser back in this or not? Oh no, peas don't require solid fertiliser, so that's why I didn't bother buying any. We'll close that door like that, and then we'll get everything ready and set up in this field. Obviously we need to, for the workers' sake, we need to unfold the worker, and then they can just roll behind us. So let's just pull into the field. Steering assist 2. So that's the first one we want to be on here. Like that. Now let's go find the claws, which shouldn't be too far away. We'll just take the worker off, get that unfolded, and then I think we've also got to lower it. I don't think they will lower it unless we do that for them. So let's lower that. Right Control F to the JCB. We could, it's one of them, we could just leave it as it is and not bother. That door's flung open again. We could leave it as it is and not bother doing the rolling and then just roll it ourselves later, but obviously it's brilliant for cutting down. Why is that opening like that? But yeah, and then make it so that it's a job that we can do later, but I'd rather try and get as many jobs done as possible. But anyways, we will get this field drilled and ready. And there we have it. That is our pea field almost done. So it's drilled and it's rolled. It's so handy. The Follow Me mod is absolutely amazing. So I'll just pull up here and we can get that folded up. We will just have to get the worker off now, and this can be folded up. We'll take this back to the yard, and then we will get we'll have to get the fence and go and try finish off doing the potatoes. We also need our worker should be on the way to field 34, and they can get that doing. So I'm hoping that when field 34 is done, it should give us a chance to buy field 41, lime, fertilise it, and finish off any potatoes that we need doing. Because there is also, if we just stop here, we have, I think it's next month. Yeah, soybeans next month. So that means that field 39, that's going to be soybeans, and that should be every field drilled. We're slowly sort of spreading out, which, like I say, I want to get one of these 3 fields at some point, and field 35 would be a good. To be fair, 34 isn't too bad either. Right, we'll find some way to put these, and I do think that's not the best view, but there is a space in there. I'm half toying taking these trees down, making an opening there so that we can then expand this yard that we have. I'm just trying to make the most of the ground available to us. We could even take down these trees here and expand this little bit, but we'll just have to try and find out what's the best thing to do. Well, now we've got our dozer, we could go in there fairly easy, I would have said. Let's just pull this out of the way for now. You'll see the worker is in field 34 starting in there, or has started. Let's jump back into here, and we'll take the potatoes back down to field 2, and we'll carry on with that. So for the remaining money we have, we need to buy field 41. That's a definite, get that bought. We need to then look at buying ourselves a planter, so that should take us to, what will that be, 500,000? So that'll leave us, which will leave us with enough to buy the potato harvester, if that's where we wanted to go down. Which, to buy that would be very, very handy, and then we know that we're set, well, for however long we're playing on Saxlingham, we know that we're completely set and won't have to buy another one. Because I'm thinking with the potatoes it'll be just doing one field every year and just keep alternating it and try find the most convenient fields to use to do it. I would like to get a factory to be able to process them, but I've also got, if I go construction and silos, this is the potato stars. So you put these down and then it acts as an underground bunker, which, oh, to be fair, that's only 2,000. That would be the one we'd probably want to go for, because that has a lot more storage than what the brick one does. But I prefer the look of the brick one. All right, we better just get carried on, and we will get this field. Well, if we get this field done, brilliant. If we don't, we will just use up what's left in the taty planter, and in the next episode we'll have to continue from there. So we're definitely going to need more potatoes. So if we go to here, consumables, I might as well, because we'll need some for the year after. We'll buy another 8 boxes. So that fills us up again. And what are we on? So we're on 250 litres now. So I reckon we'll be able to get to the bottom. Well, get close to the bottom, and then we'll have to go back, load up with taties, and in the next episode we'll have to start on with this. And we will buy field 41 in the next episode and get that ready. So we've got plenty to do. And there we go. We are now completely out. So we'll get that folded, and we'll get up to the store and we can start loading up. This time I'll remember that we had a part row to go do, so that I'm not driving back up over the rows. And here we go. So these will be the last potatoes we need for planting this year. Let's try pull somewhat up nicely up against side of them, like so. And whilst that's filling, I think it's the right time to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you have all liked and enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.